you have been seeing this up close and personal. Obviously, you know what it takes in order to win at these different courses that people have won at recently, right? Whether it's Rory, whether it's Minwoo Lee, all these kind of guys. What do you think? Do you have a preference? Forget like personal feelings aside, but is there somebody that you think like this is going to be their year?
I mean, we were talking out there. It's always I feel like Rory's the pick, but he hasn't really shown that it's going to happen. I honestly think Rory's going to win on a year where it's like a little bit off. Like he's coming in right now with so much hype. He's won twice. Like everyone likes him. I think he's going to win it like say next year, 2 years, 3 years, whatever, when like he's been struggling, maybe had an injury, hasn't played much, when he's like coming in low key. I think that'd be so much easier for him because it's just so much stress. It's the only tournament probably that I would imagine that Rory gets that nervous in at this point. Like he has all the accolades you could ever want except this. So I don't know. The dark horse I like is just because my agent has him, or he just got him like this year, and then I've been just kind of seeing him around. He's been playing. Daniel Berger, I think, is kind of the sleeper.
Back in the mix.
I think he's just a gamer. Like he just.
Where is he at?
He's low.
Oh boy.
Yeah, he's probably real.
Scroll
I like Daniel Berger this week. That's my random pick.
Really?
Yeah.
So, all right, how much do you pay attention to shots tee to green? Because, I went through this Kyle Porter stat the other day where it was like 10 of the last 12. In fact, let me pull this up. It was 10 of the last 12 winners have all been 1.7 shots gained tee to green. Okay. So how much do you pay attention to analytics? Not much, or a lot?
I mean, some, but I don't like dive into it.
Okay.
Like I usually, like for myself, you pretty much know. Like I drove it bad, and yeah, you lost 2 shots driving. Like you pretty much can like usually feel that.
Yep.
But like with other people, yeah, I mean I see all the stats like with
the shots gained stuff.
Yeah, the shots gained.
So this is just tracking how much better you are doing at these things compared to your peers, right? And so everybody that has at least 10 of the last 12 has been 1.7 shots gained tee to green than their,
which is really impressive,
than their peers leading the 3 months leading into the Masters, right? Patrick Reed was an exception. Hideki was an exception one time. The names on this list these are the ones that qualified this year: Morikawa, Rory, Scheffler, Joaquin Niemann, Shane Lowry, Tommy Fleetwood.
I don't have any problem with any of those.
But
names.
you can speak to how hard it would be to be 1.8 strokes gained better than everybody else.
I mean, because it's always your strengths and weaknesses is always what it comes down to. Because my like chipping and putting, I don't feel like has even been that great this year, and I'm like gaining strokes in both like a good bit. Like I don't know what I am around the green, but like 30th in putting, gaining 0.8 around or something like that. Where guys like Colin probably have like an off week with their irons and they still gain. Where like I feel like I have to have like a good week to be right around average. You know what I mean? So it's like a lot of strengths and weakness, but like a course like this, like really hard courses.
Colin's number is crazy. It's 2.6.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Tee to green. So what this means is if we're all playing a round of golf, on average, he's 2.6 strokes better at getting it to the green
than the average tour player.
Dang.
Yeah. So he's
crazy.
gaining 10 shots, 10 or 11 shots in a tournament just before he gets to the green. So if the average is,
you just got to putt like
average.
average.
Putt average, yeah, which is sometimes like harder, like easier said than done, depending on how people's games are and stuff. But yeah, in the same way, which you can gain more probably like that. He's gaining 10 shots. It'd be really hard to gain 10 shots putting just because like everyone's kind of making the same stuff. You can make putts and stuff, but if you're just hitting it 300 right down the pipe and hit 10 feet every hole, like you're just gaining every hole you're just gaining a little by a little, like over people that are hitting it in the first cut, then to 40 feet and stuff like that. But it's tough to tell, but for the most part, like I said, you can kind of feel those stats. Like those are the guys that have just been playing great.
Sure, yeah, I know there's a lot of people that roll their eyes and go, yeah, the guys that are hitting the ball the best are the ones that have the, But the numbers do, a lot of times they're like, 14 of the last 15 have been at least this threshold. But Fleetwood's the only one he always plays good, but I actually didn't know he would have been on that list. So that's interesting.
Daniel Berger is 125 to 1 to win it, by the way.
I like Daniel Berger.
Throw a little $5 bet on that. I throw a little $5.
Don't get irresponsible, Roser.
What can we get him to make the cut? Let's see if we get him to make the cut.
I got you. Hold on. Give me a second.
I've already put a couple. I got a little top 20 parlay of John Rahm and Colin Morikawa.
Oh, God. Here we go.
Sounds like he just randomized these.
Yeah, he just randomized.
Yeah.
Just guys that he likes.
I always take Brooks.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Brooks Koepka always.
He does not have any odds to make the cut.
Who?
Interesting.
Daniel Berger.
There has to be odds.
Oh,
It's not
I'll
on this
fi-
website I'm looking at.
Yeah, I'll find
really?
him. Hang on.
Dude, he's just a gamer. There's some guys out there like I feel like there's guys that are like just great at swinging the golf club, and then there's guys that are like Daniel Berger, swings kind of funky, like all this kind of stuff, but like just believes in himself,
Daniel
great
Berger.
chipper putter. All
He
that,
also
like,
uses those same like TI with those clubs. Like I always see the stories about AP2. Like remember when he bought his clubs on eBay?
I don't know if I've seen that.
Oh yeah,
That's old clubs.
yeah. You don't know that? It wasn't the AP2s, but it was
Yeah, the
something like
Titleist ones back in
no.
the day?
He couldn't find them, and he put out the APP. Like, hey,
Yeah.
these are the clubs that I want, and like people were
found
like
them?
lining up, and they were like, dude, yeah,
Really?
yeah. He like had to go find them from other places.
Hey, that's what I'm telling
It's
you.
some
Though he's
kinda-
not. He's like a.
It's some kind of you really don't know. You've never heard this
I don't
story,
think so.
really?
Minus 230 to make the cut.
Daniel Berger?
Yeah, minus 230.
Daniel Berger.
The majors are a lot different making the cut too, because like there's 90 guys and it's like 55 in ties, so it's a little different than like the regular like 156 and 65 in ties.
Here you go. Yeah, here it is. Daniel Berger just buying clubs on eBay.
My putter's off eBay.
It said Daniel Berger won the Charles Schwab Challenge over the weekend. This is from 5 years ago. And it said Daniel Berger became an equipment-free agent despite having newfound flexibility and test any set of irons on the market. The 26-year-old went back to his tailor-made MC irons that were
Really?
first released in 2011. And he said he had bought 3 sets, and then he went back on eBay to go find to
Dude,
see
they're
if
all different.
somebody still had them.
Dude, they say that like,
2011.
all the companies too, like obviously they do as good a job as they can, but every club is different. Like they can spec out a driver exactly the same every number, and it just doesn't feel the same. And like maybe it's mental, maybe it's not, but like and then they'll give you another one, and you're like, yeah, this one's perfect. Like it's weird that like probably with those, like it's probably at least like 50% mental. Just like he played well with those and likes those and all that. But
When
like,
I was looking this up, did you say? Did I catch that right when you said you bought your putter on eBay?
Yeah, I bought mine
Yeah.
when I was 12 years old. My grandparents bought it for me off eBay for Christmas, and my parents paid, or vice versa, for it to send it into like Scotty Cameron and get it like customized and everything. It was like $300-something total, and I've used it. Haven't done anything to it other than like change the grip and stuff since then. Just
You have
used
had
it
the
for-
same putter since you were 12 years old?
You were locked
What
in.
the heck?
Yeah,
Really?
Dude, I think- you
Have
see
you
that-
ever changed?
I've played maybe 4 tournaments total with a different putter, so I've pretty much used it the entire time. But
You
notice
never
that with,
blamed
like,
the putter?
I mean, that's kind of the positive.
I do it every
Oh,
round.
you've cursed at the putter.
I have cursed.
Do you
the
know how
putter,
many
but-
times I have taken? I have 50.
The positive-
every time I play, I go. You know what? I'll be able to make a putt if I use the spider, or I'll be. I got to the point. I got one of the broomsticks. Yeah. I've got them all.
Who's used it? Was it Bernard Longer?
No, it was Lucas Glover
Lucas
here.
Do
Glover.
you look down on people that use them?
Of course he does.
A
He
little bit,
hates
yeah.
that.
I think it takes like the skill out of it. It makes like bad putters average. I think that's unfair.
Thanks.
Yeah, there you go,
It
Vernon.
did. It did. I'm back to my Scotty Cameron.
I just think it's the only like thing in the game that can take someone bad at something to decent. It's like if I suck with driver, too bad. Like there's no like gimmicky fix I can do.
I don't
whatever.
know.
See, gimmicky
I
guy
feel-
over here. Gimmick
I-
guy.
You
He's just
can
trying to
bulk
defend it.
You
Yeah,
can bulk
give
them
the
like
guy.
the Shambo.
I disagree with you because as soon as I changed to my ping driver, now I can drive the ball.